Welcome to this episode of Obscure Hotline. I'm Bronson from Audio Hotline, and this is...
Bark from the channel Bark, which I've been posting podcast videos on. 35 subscribers.
Oh, yeah, dude. Hey.
And Obscure Mics, that one too.
Yeah.
That one too.
The one that's a little bit more known.
Not a lot more, but a little bit more, yes.
Yeah, no, I saw that you have been putting out podcasts on the other one. I've got to watch them. But
yeah, I put one out about sex.
Oh,
like literal sex.
Yeah.
And thinking, well, I've only got 30 subs, so me opening up and talking about something very private will only be viewed by people close to me. And yeah, it's at about 600 at the moment. And I'm like, what the fuck? what
the fuck,
happened?
Everyone?
What? Yeah. Like people just out there YouTube searching sex, you know?
Oh, dude, that's fascinating.
You know, chubby middle-aged guy pops up and they're like, well, yeah, I want to listen to this guy talk about sex.
Dude,
this sounds great.
So I was under the impression that it was in the Obscure Thoughts podcast where so then I went there and it was Obscure Judgment. Oh man, Judgments?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So I don't know what I'm doing with these channels.
Oh, okay.
Like I know what I'm doing with two of them, but the Judgments, which is probably a terrible fucking name, but I didn't want it to be Obscure Reactions or Obscure Reviews. And I was like, I'm kind of judgy when it comes to music and shit, so maybe I'll just do that.
Judgments is good.
Yeah, and I was posting to both, and then after seriously, the Obscure Judgments channel is like almost at 3K subs, and the video there was at 30 views, and then on my 30 fucking subscriber channel, it's like pushing 600. Like, what's going on?
That's
Why?
weird.
It's so weird.
That's very weird.
Yeah. So I just decided I'll post any personal podcast stuff on my personal channel, and then I will figure out how to do the other one. I want to talk about music, but it's hard to find people that will stick with talking about music. I don't know.
It makes me wonder if it's like an algorithm thing, you know?
It's probably also, I think that channel with almost 3K subs is buried in the algorithm because I've switched it so many times.
Yeah.
And YouTube's probably like, fuck this guy. Like, you can't do this.
Yeah.
You can't get monetized off of reaction videos, reacting to music, and then decide to switch gears and try to post stuff that's actually monetizable.
Yeah. Yeah.
We figured you out, bastard, and we're not going to let you do it.
You asshole. Yeah.
So, I don't know. It's fine. It's okay. That channel's bringing in a whopping 60 cents a month.
Oh, dude, that's irreplaceable.
It's big. It's big.
Yeah, that's big. That's big.
It's huge.
For sure. Well, I mean, there's several things that we wanted to talk about today. You can go ahead and jump into any of the ones that you wanted to talk about or whatever.
Well, you brought up the.
Oh.
I'm not going to call out any names. I think it's best just not to do that because even though I really enjoy the channel that inspired this first talking point, I don't want anyone to get confused and think that we're bashing, because I'm not. Definitely not.
Yeah.
But we saw a video, two videos actually, that are on my mind.
Yeah.
The one of which you brought up. And the first one was a YouTuber with a pretty large following, kind of just ranting for a few minutes about how views were down and stuff's getting buried in the algorithm or something. I don't know. But I was very confused by the whole thing and was just literally like, what is this video even about? It is a very interesting choice to release the video that we watched, because I just didn't quite get it. Like at the same time, I don't think I'm ever going to make a video about views being down
Yeah.
And Bandrew does this on his Bandrew Says podcast. He kind of updates on numbers, and that makes sense to me because like that's part of the show is like, hey, you guys you're coming to this podcast because you like my channel and you like to just hear me talk about stuff that's not specific to microphones all the time. Fly. And yeah, there's a time and place for it. And I think doing it in a podcast form and Bandrew's podcast isn't monetized. He relies on like super thanks and stuff. So this one was just a weird one for me. Like was he hoping to get like to catch lightning in a bottle, kind of like when people are like post this thumbnail and the title is "This is the End," and then they talk about how it's the end of their studio. Mark Weimels, you fucking jerk. I will mention Mark because I literally emailed him and I said, "Fuck you, dude. I thought you were like gonna die or something." Yeah, and it was touching and it was heartfelt and it was about something, but that title and that kind of thumbnail, it's like, well, there goes one of my contacts on YouTube, you know?
Yeah. No, I get you. No,
it was weird. I don't understand some of these ideas, I guess.
I'm disappointed a little bit because like I do like, okay, this is something I was going to talk about a little bit, but like I do find myself going to like OG channels a lot and I'll like view their stuff because they're OG, you know, like because they're one of the beginning ones, you know, and like, so I find that I do that quite a bit just to like pay my respects or whatever. I don't even know what it is.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Me and you are buddy enough for me to say, I think that's
dumb,
ridiculous.
Yes. And it's taken me,
but I also understand it.
Yeah.
Like I get it. 'Cause like I do that ridiculousness, subconsciously, I think. Like sometimes I'll watch one of Bandrew's videos that are about a mic I have zero cares or interest about, but I will watch it because I feel like I owe him.
Yeah.
So is that us being ridiculous?
Yes.
I guess like we feel like we owe him a little bit.
I think so.
And I watch plenty of videos of his. It's just like, you know, sometimes I'm like, yeah, I don't want, you know what? I'm going to give him the view and the like, and like, cause I feel indebted.
Yes. And so like I do that, and I've actually recently was talking to TB about it, Tom Buck, and I was like, this is like kind of dumb that I do this. Like this is just like ridiculous. And like ever since this like whole thing that I've had going on with like health and stuff, like I've taken a little bit of like my time back.
I will say that is by far, by a wide margin, my least favorite video.
Yeah.
That this person has ever done. And I will add that about a week prior to that video, this person gave me exactly what I was looking for as well.
Yeah. Okay.
He had a video of, so Rode sent over the NT1 Signature Series and the 5th Gen. And I can't remember who I was watching. I was watching somebody, and they were saying that the 4th Gen Signature Series, 5th Gen, they were saying there's no sound difference in them. Like they all sound the same. The Signature Series is the XLR version of the 5th Gen. It's cheaper because there's no USB, and it replaces the 4th Gen. And like, no, dude, these do not sound the same.
No, they don't sound the same.
Like,
yeah.
They don't. So I looked specifically for a video because this person just said it. They didn't they only tested 2, but they just said it. And the person we've been talking about had a video of literally 4th Gen, 5th Gen Sig Series, and their tests are so thorough that I was extremely happy after watching that video because it confirmed my thoughts. And yeah, so literally one of the best videos I've watched all year because it solved a mystery for me for sure, like put it to rest. And then I was like, you know, what's the guy for John C. Reilly in that, his real goofy show where he's got an afro. This was my look after his newest video. Like, huh? Oh.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck was that? And then I sent you a video earlier.
Yeah.
And it was a dude. Gosh. It was a dude reviewing this cheap BM800 package on Amazon. Yeah. It's like a sound card, a boom arm, a BM800. The only reason I was interested in it is because it was a whole recording setup, a shitty one at that, but it was like $12, man. It was like nothing. And I was like, dude, should I buy that? I know it's going to suck, but should I buy it? Ultimately, I didn't.
Yeah.
But like this guy's video popped up in my algorithm. At first I'm like, it's 1 minute and 45 seconds long.
It's weird.
How the fuck does he do a review about it then? And I watch it and he never used the product. No. He just has it set up and like is using his phone mic and he's like, I can highly recommend it. I was like, how?
Yeah.
Like, how am I supposed to trust you? I can't hear the shit.
Yeah.
Like, I was so confused. I was like, why? I will never understand that. Like that's as bad as getting, and people do it, like getting a webcam in and like not showing you what it looks like and being like, I highly recommend it. Like, well, fucking good for you.
Yeah,
Thanks.
dude. Those are the people that get paid for the review. Like, you can tell because if it's a bad product and they don't use it, they're getting paid. You know what I mean? Like, that's just, well, okay, not this guy, not the guy that you're talking about. Like, he's just like intro to something, I don't know, to
He had
gear.
1,500 subs. He may have got paid for that.
Oh, okay. Oh, did he really? I didn't look.
I think so.
I didn't look because it was just that
pretty
bad.
Sure.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Like, I bet he made $25.
Oh, dude. Hold up.
Don't get me wrong. I whore myself out. I'd take the $25 and free product too. Still give it an honest review because
you know what? Yeah, 1,200.
1,200. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's about 1,199 more than he should have.
Yes. I'm kind of curious now. Like, what does he talk about? Oh, so he like never talks about audio gear ever.
Of course not.
Okay, that makes sense.
God, did he not know how to hook it up to his camera or his phone? Or
I guess
the best thing about a sound card is like that's the easiest thing ever to hook up to your phone.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of what it's for.
Yeah, no, for sure. But I do think that I will continue to watch him. I think that he is a good content creator in everything. Like, it was just misguided, like, and I think that his whole thing is like that he wants to be upfront with the viewer and I get it. And I do understand that. So I don't know, like some props go to that, but at the same time, it was just like, okay, so like, this is what I do and this is how YouTube sucks. So I'm going to do this. And it's like, it was just weird.
Did he say he was going to change up his process?
Yeah. At the very last second.
Catch that part. I think because I was probably too much like, huh?
What? Yeah.
The whole time.
Yeah. So
like I was so confused.
So at the very last second, I think he did say, yeah, but yeah. So it's going to be at the end of the video instead of the beginning of the video, and that's essentially it. And that's
a smart move.
Yeah. But it's like so weird for something like this to be at the end of a video. Well, I don't know, actually. Let me think about it.
I think it works.
No, I think it's fine.
It works.
Huh. Yeah, no, it's fine.
I think it works. Yeah. I would actually like to do that myself. I would love to have a pros and cons list at the end. Like, as I'm saying kind of final words, like throw that up and be like, and as for my pros and cons, you can read them right here and then give some final thoughts as people have the chance to read and then sign out. But I'm too lazy for all that. So, I won't bash myself. My time is too restricted to do that right now.
There you go. Yeah. Okay.
I don't know. It was a weird one though.
Yeah. I don't know, dude. Like, I just don't like the whole, here's my problem with like YouTube, like, unless it's like truly a statement piece and like, but just like a quick dig. I don't know. Like, if it really, I don't know. It's just weird. It's just bottom line. It's weird. But I can say it could easily be solved. This is what I was saying with, like this thing that the person is talking about could easily be solved by just a descriptive title and a good thumbnail. And then you could just get rid of that thing. Like you don't have to put it in your video. Like that's it. Like I don't know. Yeah.
Again, super strange.
Yeah.
But where I was headed, I've definitely been on this kick, and this guy we're talking about is a beautiful example of just some thoughts that are in my head lately. I don't know about you. I've been getting not a lot, but just more than I can remember getting in a while of the comment that follows along the lines of, why didn't you test this? And, when you miss things like this, you're not going to grow. When you miss things like this, it's hard to call yourself a professional reviewer, yada, yada, yada. And I'm like, who the fuck told you that I thought I was a professional reviewer? Who told you that I gave a fuck about growth?
Yeah.
Like where please go watch my channel trailer for God's sakes before you watch anything. Like before you want to, like, dude, there are professionals. There are consummate professionals. And this guy we started the episode about, he is that guy to me.
For sure.
It does not get much more professional than him and Tom Buck.
Yeah.
Those guys are the consummate pros. I only put Tom Buck behind him because Tom and his puns, make the other dude just tiny bit.
Yeah.
Like they are both as pro as they can get. They're 99% pro and 100% pro. And I don't mean pro as in like skill level, this or that. I mean like coming off as professional, respectful, informative. Like they shoot straight to the information. They give you the information. It's great information. And I have a need for that. I also have a need for debauchery and ridiculousness. But I also, when I needed to see this video about these roads, of course, the one I found that answered all my questions and all my sound samples was the one person that I think is the absolute most professional source of audio gear on YouTube. And by professional, I strictly mean it's almost purely information with no fluff, no humor, no nothing. It's information. And sometimes I need that. But I'm like, dude, what? Like, why does everyone assume that we all want to be some huge YouTuber that are considered pro reviewer, professional, this or that? Like, dude, we're talking about fucking microphones, man. Like, unless I'm wrong and the whole world starts podcasting and YouTubing, which is possible. Like, I don't think any of us are going to be MKBHD or Mr. Who's the Boss. I don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah.
And I definitely don't want to come off as like the ultimate professional, because the only way to do that is to go seek out everyone in our genre of video and pick out everything that they do great and copy them and just mimic it. And I'm just like, dude, why does everyone think like, I don't care about any of that shit, man. I don't even say like and subscribe on my videos.
No.
I don't care. I just want organic growth of people who understand my hobby.
Yeah.
Like that's really it. And if it ever became enough money to live off of, so be it. Fantastic. But I'm not going to stoop to levels of ridiculousness to get somewhere that I'm not sure is possible. Fuck you people.
So, yeah, fuck them, dude. Like, if you are very clear about what you're doing and everything, and and you say, like, I'm a professional this and that, like, then hold them to that standard. But like you're not like I don't know what to say. Like with I'm
fucking around is what I'm doing.
Like I don't want to be disrespectful.
I am fucking around.
I don't want to be disrespectful, but like, yeah.
You
like,
can't be. I know what I'm doing.
Well, and it's not that it's not useful, like it's useful. And so like, but
glorified sound samples, man. That's with a little bit of humor and some dick jokes and like being exactly who the fuck I am while you get to hear a microphone you might want a sound sample on that's not just informational.
Yeah.
That's all it is. That's all I am. Other people can give me more credit than that, and it's appreciated, but I also know who I am. I know who I am. I'm that dude pretending to be the other dude disguised as, I know who I am.
Yeah. Yeah. No, dude, I mean, and that's a lot, like to know who you are and everything. Like, I could say that, like, I know who I am, but I don't know where I fit in. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't know. Like, I think that that's a lot. Like, just, knowing who you are and what you like to do, it matters,
Yeah. Yeah. And it takes a minute. You and I can both attest to the fact that, like, you go back and watch our early videos, and that's not exactly who we were.
No.
Or not exactly who we are.
Yeah.
Big difference. I was trying to come off as a little more, not necessarily knowledgeable, but like I was trying to, your pronunciation's a little different. Like, oh shit, I'm on camera. So this is the wooden microphone from such and such company retailing it. You are not completely yourself due to the lack of comfort.
Yeah.
But I'm fucking comfortable now, baby.
You're too comfortable. Too comfy.
Way too comfortable.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stick my dick in this mic clip. That's how comfortable I am.
So you get that comment, you've gotten that comment like a couple times or what?
Here lately it's kind of compounded. It's like 3 or 4 in the last handful of weeks of somebody giving me shit. Not like straight giving me shit like you're a fat dumb fuck or anything like that. Like just giving me like shit like, why would you even do this review? And they put it in quotations like, why would you even do this review if you're not going to do this? And why, this? And it's like, why the fuck do you care?
What's the thing that they ask you to do? I'm curious.
I think one that I can remember recently was something about the off-axis rejection test. And since I didn't hold the microphone exactly in the middle and I shifted left or right one way or the other, that it was inaccurate. Oh yeah, dude, it's like nitpicky as fuck. And it's like, dude, you're asking me to be like somebody that's scared to death of doing a review and being like 90 degrees. 180 degrees. I can't move. I gotta stay centered. I broke my goddamn wrist. Like, fuck off, man. Leave me alone. Just go comment on something else. There are professionals out there. The guy we talked about in the beginning, go watch him. He's literally perfect at all this shit.
Yeah. Well, that's what I've found over time is like being perfect at a lot of stuff, like doesn't bring you a lot of joy.
No. No, when I need a good laugh, I don't go watch that guy. You know what I mean? Like there is a purpose for so many channels. Like some people, we got to admit, some people just do it wrong all the way around. Like the dude with the 1:45 video we talked about.
Yeah.
Dude did it wrong. I don't think he provided value to anyone in any way for anything. And that's not a bash. Like apparently it's his first audio video. Maybe he'll figure it out. I'm not bashing on him, but there's a lot of people out there. Like there's so many flavors. There's you, and I get a certain something from you because you're my best friend in this whole journey of YouTube shit. Mm-hmm. But then there's, Mike Newman, who I really, really fucking like that guy a lot. Mm-hmm. And like he does things just a little different than the next person. And then the next person does, it's like I've got this hierarchy of like, the B-roll king who also can make me laugh, but is super professional. And then, Newman, who I think has come a long way really quick in his presentation of shit. Like I really am impressed by him as a whole. And he's not trying to say he's anyone he's not. He's not trying to say like I'm the person you come to I'm the pro. He don't do that, you know? And then there's, you know, the other people. There's so many of them. And some, you know, Buck and it's like camera conspiracies that we've talked about before. Like, I don't necessarily go to him for information. You know, I go to him because I'm feeling quirky and weird, and I want to see somebody quirky and weird. And I'm like, that fucking dude just hit my G-spot on what I was needing today.
Yep.
You know, everybody, it's about moods. It's like when you sit down at night to watch TV, like, are you going to watch Andy Griffith every fucking night? No.
Some people can, dude. Like, and that's weird. But like,
some people can, yeah. And those are the people that are commenting on my shit. Like, they've been watching, you know, the guy, we won't mention his name, because I really do appreciate him, and I like him a lot. I'm not talking shit at all.
Yeah.
But, you know, that's for the people who are sitting at home watching, you know, a Ken Burns documentary about bicycles, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Which, if you know what I'm referencing there, by all means, comment on it below. But, yeah. I don't know. It's a weird fucking place, dude.
Yeah. It's fucking weird.
It's been weighing on my mind a lot. It's a weird place, man. There's weird people. I know there's weird people everywhere, but there's such weird people with weird expectations and weird suggestions, and like, if you want to fucking grow, you need to listen to me and my comments, even though I've never made a video. Like, all right,
yeah, buddy. Dude, it's weird.
It's weird.
Yeah, but okay. Let me see. I have one question that I want to ask you, and then we can get into some of the things that you wanted to talk about.
Did I have more?
Yeah. What?
Cool.
Yeah, you did.
All right. All right. Hell yeah.
So, if you are a person that watches like a movie, and you're like, okay, I'm not a filmmaker, I'm not a director, so therefore I have no opinion. Like, I have no opinion of it. I'm like, but you do, though. Like, you should. Like, you should have an opinion. There's just something about that it's like, it's not your fucking job to do it. Like, I get it. Like, you're not a director, but like, you still do have an opinion. Like, you could watch a review of ours and like determine whether you like it or not. You could. And like, you could determine whether you think a microphone sounds good, even if it's the first microphone you've ever heard.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong. Like, you won't have a lot of like, you know, like a basis to go off of, but dude, it's just, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, what you described is like what I look for in most YouTube channels. Like, there are certain music review channels, like folks talking about their thoughts on the new whatever album and this and that. And it's like, I stick around when I discover that what they like musically or sonically or visually is what I like.
Yeah.
So then I know when so-and-so reviews, you know, the new Slipknot. I don't know why my head went there, because I don't care for Slipknot that much. But when someone reviews the new Slipknot and they give the take that, you know, if the last album they did, they gave a take on it, I listened to it and I was like, they were absolutely fucking right. They nailed every aspect of that.
Yeah.
In the way that I would hear it and see it. And, you know, that's when I go back. So, you know, if I find someone that has the same, you know, sense of humor as me, or they look for the same thing, like The Conjuring or something, like, you know, I'm more into the creepy horror instead of the jump scare. And like, I find somebody that is a really good judge of creepy horror as opposed to all horror, I'm going to continue to go back to those people. That's when opinions mean a lot to me, when they match up, they align with my own. And probably the reason I didn't catch on the first time, because I couldn't stop thinking about a channel called Mint Salad Saul, who's a movie reviewer.
Oh, okay.
And she's super freaking adorable, and she posts some lewd stuff on social media sometimes, and it's like, whew, you know, a movie reviewer on YouTube and, you know, bare butt. Wow, that's interesting. And yeah, God bless her. But yeah, that's
And see, and that's the funny thing about it, though. And that's like, it's kind of in respect to the other thing that you were talking about, is like it's kind of the opposite though. Is there are tons of movie reviewers out there, and some that some that don't have great taste in movies according to you or I, or I guess generally you can't, say something like that because it's kind of, but and then there's some
but it's your opinion.
Exactly.
It's your opinion that they have terrible taste in movies.
And so when the person comments hey, you didn't do this test and blah, blah, blah. It's dude, this is my interpretation of what a review is, it's just stupid, dude.
Yeah,
I don't know. I like we've talked about plenty of times, I will never understand why someone doesn't just move on instead of, instead of trying to make you their puppet, I don't get it. I don't
get
it. Yeah.
Yeah. And every one of those people that comments like that, I will never see as anything more than pretentious.
Yeah.
And I will always assume that they are just miserable.
Yeah.
At home, alone, or in a terrible marriage, or their cat hates them or something,
Yeah.
That's where my head goes. And that's, I guess that's a second dose of judgment after their initial judgment. But man, find some fucking happiness. Find a channel that makes you happy. This obviously isn't the one.
Yeah. Well, dude,
good.
And that's the funny thing though, is they obviously have the channel that they like because because they have an interpretation of that test that was done well in their eyes, and so in all reality, they probably watch Bandrew, but because you reviewed a product that they were interested in and Bandrew didn't, and it just comes down to
they didn't get Bandrew.
Yep, exactly.
They didn't get the thorough testing, the music test. They didn't get everything that they're used to.
Yep.
I think you nailed it.
Yeah.
And not to mention these people that comment this way, because of all the people that do say like and subscribe a million times on every, once on every video, but a million times in their life.
Mm-hmm.
Out and basically saying yes, I want you to be a subscriber. I want you to like this video. I want you. I want you. I want you. I want you. I don't fucking want you.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you do not enjoy this, or if this is not for you, do not subscribe only to never watch again. I don't want that fake number.
Yeah.
So if you didn't like it, keep going. Yeah. There's plenty out there. So much.
Yeah.
So much good shit on YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go find it. Go find your good shit.
Yeah.
It's fuck, man.
Yeah.
Drives me nuts.
Yeah. No,
and I really don't. I really do not want anyone to subscribe to the channel unless they plan to watch more. Yeah. Otherwise, don't do it.
See, that's one thing that I think that I get into a lot with my subscribers is I think that I have gotten subscribers over time that literally subscribed for one review, and they were thank you, I bought this microphone and I subscribed, and that was it.
Yeah.
And sure, I'll have some videos that I don't even know what considered popping off is, but my version of that, that I'll have some that do well, and I'll have the occasional person just come back that did subscribe a long time ago that just is ready to upgrade, and they watched one or two videos, and it's
and that I'm fine with. That means they want to come back to you as a source, maybe not all the time or immediately, but when they're ready.
Yeah. Yeah.
Otherwise, if you're subscribing and never coming back, that's like being subscribed to an Instacart plan, but making sure your card declines every month.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Oh, man.
Okay.
Yeah. So to move on, what you talked about is what we've changed about our content. What we yeah, you brought that up. I'll let you take it.
Oh, cool. Easy. I give less of a fuck. Not just that. The more I hear, and man, I feel like I just rehash the same shit all the time. But like Bandrew's podcast or whatever, and Tom, and like, you know, all the people that are doing it a straight line down the middle as possible. I definitely still have zero shame in accepting free product. I turn down more than ever.
Mm-hmm.
But I plan on doing a podcast because I think there's a misconception with just being successful. Like, what is success on YouTube? Like, how do you become a successful channel? And man, I have made, I think, pretty sure I have brought in more income lately off of the Obscure Tech channel that's not monetized than I have Obscure Mics in the last couple months. Yeah. Mainly because I've been getting these deals tossed at me, and 2 of them have came to my Obscure Tech email, and they're like sponsored videos, and they're not even necessarily for Obscure Tech. It's like, hey, we saw your video on Obscure Tech, and this company would like to pay you to make this video for this product, and do. And what I've really changed is I'm just, if it's money, I'm going to say yes to all of it. That's really what I've changed. Like, if I ever want to quit, I have to be real with myself, and I have to whore myself out.
Yeah.
So like, you know, and not in a bad way. It's not like I'll say anything, you know, like this company, this app called Unroll Me hired me through a talent agency that I've worked for a couple times. Don't get me twisted. I am not saying I'm a talent. I'm saying there is a talent agency that first hired me to do a video for Sterling
your
microphones.
Talent, though. That's it. Your talent.
And then there was another one I can't remember. It was something really small, and then this was for like an app, Unroll Me, where you can like mass unsubscribe from like a bunch of shitty emails and stuff. Again, this is small time stuff, but you know, it's me making a 30-second video, TikTok style, that they can post on Facebook and Twitter and social media, and you know, oh, there's that, you know. Apparently they like the presentation, so I pitched this app, and I get paid like $250. It was literally the editing and everything. It was probably an hour of my time total. That was $250. That's $250 an hour.
Dude, that's
I'm taking those all day long. The more those come in, I'm taking them. You know, I don't have this. I keep getting like aggravated at the professional standard. Like, oh, that's, you know, if you're trying to grow this mic, you know, Obscure Mic Spray, you can't be doing this with an app, and, you know, and then jump over to this Flip app and make videos for them. Yeah, you can, man. Like, if you're trying to maximize and like actually get yourself on fire, as you would say in NBA Jam, like, what if I do these things and it leads to a bigger thing and a bigger thing and a bigger thing, and then somebody wants you to do like a small part in a fucking sketch for their video? I don't know. You don't know what it's going to become. I never thought I'd have a talent agency want me to make a video for an app. Like, it's not anything I'm going to go online and be like, motherfuckers, look what I did, I'm famous. It's not that. It's like, hey, I'm actually making money to take an hour of my time, make a piddly little video, and then go about my day and collect $250.
I guess the line for me has always been giving an opinion that is favorable to a company. When
agreed,
you know, like, so, but if you don't do that and you're just showcasing it, like, I have no problem with it.
Yeah. All they asked me to do on this app was to explain what it does. And after I used it for a couple of days, because I told them, you know, I still have high ground, morals, whatever. I was like, you know, I'll download the app. I'll get back with you in a couple of days.
Yeah.
Download the app. It does what they say. I used it. I cleaned up my inbox. It actually worked. So I'm like, well, yeah, I can get behind this.
Yeah.
It's free. I don't know what, there must be some kind of upper level to it or something, but they didn't even want me to talk about that. They just wanted me to pitch the app. And I was like, yeah, this is worth pitching. Like, I cleaned my inbox up in like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Got rid of all the junk email without having to like, go through on the actual mail thing. It just showed them all, like unsubscribe or you can mass. And I know you can do that on your email, but like this had the logos of the company and like, you got a good idea of whether it was true spam or just something you saw a restaurant you signed up for.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, this is fine. Like I have no problem putting my face behind this video because I see nothing wrong here.
Yeah. And so I think that that's fine. And like I've said, like I think that it comes down to if you're going to give an opinion about it, it should be unsponsored, like I don't know. It's really interesting like how much this like talk has gone on about this recently. And Gerald Undone did he had a conversation or he did a video kind of about it, but it was basically him not getting invited to this Lumix showcase thing and the S9. But then it was funny though, because he was like kind of shitting on Lumix to a degree and then puts out a Lumix review next. And it's actually like really positive. And so I'm like, I don't even know, dude. I don't even know. But it was just funny. But yeah, I think it's fine. I don't think there's a problem with it. Would you, not to sell you out or anything, would you take money on Obscure mics?
Well, I did.
Okay.
The Sterling mic thing that I did.
Oh,
so yeah, I did.
Yeah,
absolutely did. I also told them that I was going to pitch the product and give my honest thoughts on who they were for at the end.
Mm-hmm.
So I basically demoed that product, didn't give it a BB-SAR, didn't do, highly recommend. I demoed all 3 mics. I identified that one of them was an instrument mic and the other 2 were vocal mics, and I think I said something along the lines of like, if any of these could be useful to you, something like that. But yeah, I did. And I will, as long as I guess can keep my integrity. Like if a company's going to ask me to say, and see, that's the thing, Sterling and this talent agency, they didn't ask me to say anything. Yeah. They just wanted me to showcase the mics, demo them, and give my thoughts.
Yeah.
And I did that. And luckily, I didn't have any bad thoughts on them because the price points and what they were used for, and they were actually good mics. It was like the P10, the P20, and the P30.
Mm-hmm.
One of them was like a phantom-powered handheld dynamic.
Yeah.
And I already thought that thing was cool as shit. So, yeah. I mean, I hate my 9 to 5. So, yeah, I'm not going to be Mr. Moral High Ground out here saying, I'll never take money to do anything. Like, no, Echo just happened.
Huh.
That was weird. But yeah, I mean, if that means I lose some subs because they're like, oh, you got paid for a video, so be it. I mean, it's going to happen every once in a while, but most of the videos are going to be about obscure mics that you can't even buy anymore. So
yeah, and with companies that like aren't around,
that too.
Yeah. But so another thing that you brought up was products that we have been using a lot. Or is that what you said? Yeah.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
Shit. Why'd I bring that up if there's nothing I'm using? What was I thinking?
I don't know, man. But okay, here, I'll let you think about it. So I don't think it's recency bias, but some of the products that I'm going to bring up are some that I've gotten recently. And so I actually really like the Lewitt Connect 2. It's what I've been using.
I like that you like that because I love the form factor.
Oh yeah, dude. Like it's awesome. And so there are some downsides to it, like for sure. And
I think that's everything too,
yeah,
though, right? Like, have we found anything that doesn't have downsides as far as interfaces go?
No.
even the Roadcasters, like people have issues with them left and right.
Yeah. And so I like it. I think it's really cool. And yes, it does have like the compressor, and I will have a video coming out for it. And it does have a denoise, and I kind of have like a little bit of a workaround for the denoise to make it sound better, because the denoise is very harsh. But the compressor is fine. Like it sounds good. But I think the thing that people are gonna have an issue with, and people that have been having an issue with, is that it says like the slogan is the easiest, or wait, what is it? The most user-friendly audio interface, I think. And I get it. And I get what they were saying. Like, it's like one-click compressor. You can't go in and adjust it. One-click denoise and one, like... And so I get it from that point of view, but also a lot of people aren't going to like the fact that it's software-based, like...
Yeah.
So, I don't know, like... I'm kind of like, I'm getting a little hung up on the slogan, and it's like, most products don't have slogans, like especially in the audio world, and if they do, I don't know them, I guess. But like the Lewitt Ray and the Connect 2, big slogan, like big slogan products, and the Ray nailed it, and the Connect 2 just didn't nail the slogan, but I still love it. So. Yeah. That's one, and then the other one is the SE 4100. Yeah, it's like, I really like it. I think
I just asked my contact at SE if I could get that and the T1.
Oh yeah.
I think those are the two newest. Weren't those at NAB? Probably they probably had those on display at NAB.
Yeah. The T1. I was thinking it was like. I could be wrong. I was thinking it was like an instrument
T2
mic
without switches or something.
Yeah, and so and that's essentially what the SE 4100 is it's like a smaller, dumbed down version of the 4400.
Cardioid only.
Yeah, and so, but dude, I love that mic.
I want it, and I hope my contact.
Yeah,
it's the one contact, man. Like. Having a relationship with SE, it's like my most impersonal relationship.
Oh yeah,
like my contact over there, I message and then the stuff shows up. They don't even email back or say anything. It just like fucking shows up.
Interesting. Okay, yeah.
And I'm just like, and then I'll send an email, be like, thanks, and still get nothing back. Like, I'm like taken care of, but ghosted at the same time.
Yeah, no, I get what you mean. So. Mine recently has changed with SE. Mine was like that, but now my deity contact moved over to SE, so it's like very personal.
Oh,
and it's
God,
like,
what was your SE contact's first name? Because if it's same as mine, I'm fucked.
I don't know. Let me look.
Was it Tony?
It might be, dude. That's how little I know this guy. Like I don't know him, So I'm like. But
I probably won't be getting these products.
But yeah, he was great. He sent it right over. He actually reached out. I think he reached out to me. Yeah. No, it's not. It's not. It's his name's Andy.
Okay. There's still okay. Hopefully
so there's
get
a shot.
What I'm hoping for then.
But yeah. So those are some of the products that I'm most excited for right now. And yeah, I don't know. I've had my eyes on those SE mics all week. And admittedly, the reason is, are you familiar with the app Woot, the Woot app? No.
Okay. So it's basically an Amazon secondary app, kind of a bargain bin version of Amazon. It's owned by Amazon. It's called Woot, WOOT. And they'll have like, I got a neat Bumblebee 2 on there for like $19.99. They have the T1. They have the T1 and the SE 4100 on there. One of them's $199, one of them's $139. So they're
so how does it do that?
I think it's stuff that's not moving on Amazon, basically. So they're like, we'll throw it on the Woot app and get rid of it. Like, because I bought all kinds of things on this app that just aren't, like, you can almost tell by looking at them, like refurbished iPhones, refurbished Galaxy phones.
Gotcha.
Tech accessories that are off brand and probably aren't moving a lot of units on Amazon. And let's be honest, I don't think a lot of people besides actual studio folks are really looking for SE mics.
No. Yeah.
You just don't hear a lot about them except for in our
V7.
circles and, studios and stuff. And probably, I wouldn't even say they're probably a top 5 brand. They're like one of the best brands, in my opinion, for like delivering quality and usable mics almost every damn time they release something. Even the V2 sounded great. It just had terrible handling noise. Like, they're a kick-ass company, in my opinion, but I don't think I think they're kind of stuck between the Sures and Fi-Fines of the world. Like, you got Shure and Rode up top, Fi-Fine and Mayono is like these bottom tier but successful, and then you got SE in the middle, and like Aston, and like, companies that make some good stuff, but they're like stuck in the middle of like the bargain basement stuff and the high-end stuff, even though SE's high-end stuff, in my opinion. They're just, the name is respected in the professional community, but not being seeked out by your average podcaster.
I think that a big part of that is just like products released. Like, they just don't have a ton of products out there.
No, they don't. Yeah, Loudon Audio. They're very Loudon Audio, except not boutique. Like, I think SE's bigger than boutique, but great shit. Just not the first name you think of when you're looking for a mic. And they don't do interfaces, so that's probably holding them back too. Yeah, and in the Dynacaster line, like, I do like the Dynacaster. Like, even though there is a little bit of too much top end, even if you do cut it out. But on the regular Dynacaster?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, it's very V7-ish to me.
Yeah, and that's the thing is, like, especially the DCM6 and DCM3, they do sound very V7-y, but it looks like the T1 is a little bit of a drums and percussion, overhead and hi-hats mic. So you might not get that one, but I don't know. It says vocals on it though, so I don't know. Yeah. Might get it. I don't know. You might get it. I try not to ask for too much. Like, I asked for the V2, they sent the V2. I asked for all the Dynacaster line in 2 separate times. They sent those. Like, they've sent everything I've asked for. I just try not to overdo it. I'm not going to ask for something and then a week later be like, hey, can you send me your ribbon mic? I'm just not. Yeah. I will ask for something when I'm like, I want to do a video on these. I won't just stockpile and then do a video a year later. Because if I got one of the ribbon mics, it would probably be released in 2026 with all the shit sitting on the shelves. Dude. But I know. It's a problem. It's a problem. Like, and now I've been out for like a month. It's bad. It's bad. It's gotten so bad. And it's not even like, I mean, I have some shit that's way overdue for me to do videos on that was sent to me. Yeah. But most of the shit that's going to like take me years to get to, it's Amazon shit. It's shit that I've bought. Like that neat Bumblebee 2. I don't know when I'll review that. It cost me $20, so it's kind of low on the priority list, Yeah, so it's the second one. It's not the worker bee. It's like the full King Bee. Bumblebee. No, Bumblebee. It's the little USB mic. Yes. Okay. I gotcha. Yeah. Yeah. No, that makes sense. It was just cheap, so I bought it. Yeah. So, and that's everything in here. I bought a $7 fucking audio interface yesterday just because it was $7. Just like, I was like $7. Of course, this is going on the channel. Yeah. In 2028. Yeah. Actually, I'll do that one pretty soon because I like the cheap shit. Yeah. And see, that's the thing too. Like, real quick, when we're talking about me accepting money to do things, also keep in mind, like,
with the Amazon affiliate links that earn me money, I'm constantly pumping out shit that's like $5. Like I'm not making shit on that.
That's true.
Like that singing machine pink microphone, that was $2. If I get a sale after bashing it, I'm going to get like a penny. You know, I'm not. There has to be some compromises somewhere.
Yeah.
And by compromise, I just mean, yes, I like this app enough to make a video about it.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
I will throw in, you talked about the Lewitt Connect 2.
Yeah.
And I admittedly am constantly switching what I'm using for reviews. Like I used the Vocaster for a long time. Mm-hmm. I used the Rodecaster 1 for a long time. I've used some different interfaces, and I do not see me switching anytime soon from the Yamaha AG06 Mark II, which is the mixer. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can stretch it over or not.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I have the version 1, but not the original.
Yeah, you know what
original,
it is,
but yeah. Yeah. No, it's a
like,
good
I have
it's a
no
good product.
preamp issues.
Yeah.
It's got compression and EQ that's software and hard button. Like I can turn that on like I just turned it on now, and that's how I've got my EQ and compression set up. The compression is good. The mute buttons are super smooth, noise free. Like this mixer just kicks so much ass, and it's so attainable. It's like, I think it's less than $200 for the 2-channel version, and there's a 1-channel version.
Yeah.
I cannot quit using this thing. I use it for everything I do, and it's just a small mixer.
Yeah.
God, it's awesome.
Yeah.
It's not even just a mixer. I can go dry on channel 1 and 2 and have 2 tracks. It's an interface too. It's like, it's the best of everything.
Yeah.
Freaking love this thing.
Yeah. And the Connect 2 like really isn't an upgrade to that, like in any way, except like, well, especially considering the fact that you don't have like control over the compressor. I've been using the compressor, but it hasn't been enabled like this whole time. It's essentially like if I were to turn up my gain, and like now I'm getting some gain reduction, but like it's only when you're actually close to the top end of the the meter. But yeah,
that's the thing about this too. It's so like the software is so simple. Like I can go in and adjust. It's got a parametric EQ. It's got amp sims for guitar.
Yeah.
Like,
dude, that's crazy.
This thing just kicks. It just has everything that I need without getting too complicated. Did I leave my compression on? I sure did. There we go. Has everything that I cannot get away from this damn device.
Yeah. No, that's sweet though. Like that's what you want.
Yeah.
But
yeah. And there's a simple mode for people that, want the one-touch non-adjustable, and then there's the advanced mode where you can go in and play with the compression and play with the EQ and play with reverb or whatever. Fucking reverb.
Yeah.
Why people? I understand for music, but
yeah. And that's the thing is like even in music, it's very light, and so like a lot of the time, and so that's like one of the biggest things that I feel like a lot of people get in trouble with is like they use it as glue, and so they just like over verb everything, and so you can tell an amateur recording by that. But
agreed.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if there's anything else you want to talk about. Is there anything else?
Just this freaking fly that's on my shock mount that got in when I opened the door. Way too comfortable, like staring me in the face. Oh, you gonna come up on my windscreen here?
Oh, you asshole. I saw it. I saw that. What a dick.
Sorry. I was hoping just a gust of wind would just do the job, and it did not. Bastard.
Oh, man.
I don't think I have anything else. What do you have anything upcoming review wise that's not under embargo that you're excited about?
the Connect 2 is gonna be cool. I am messing around, like, they just sent it over, like, they were like, oh, no pressure or anything for, like, a review, but it's the YOLO Box Ultra, and it's like a video switcher, like HDMI switcher, and it does 4K. I'm kind of questioning whether it is doing 4K or just, like, sharpened 1080p. I'm not really sure, but it's fascinating. Like, it's
strange.
It's a device right here. So you got the HDMI and everything, and then you have on the bottom some USB-C. So I tried, like, every audio interface in existence, and I couldn't get it to work, like, with the USB-A or USB-C inputs on this.
That sucks.
And so then I was like, well, maybe the Rodecaster Duo would work. It works flawlessly with it.
Yeah.
So, and then there's one other
hell?
device that it works with. It basically needs like a stream. Like, I don't know, like, because it doesn't work with the device, the AMS-24, the Zoom,
Yeah.
Until I put it in the stream setting. So I don't know. And I'll have to try it with the MKII, but I was convinced I was going to have to use, like, a CleanBox Pro to go out, like, the outputs and then, like, go into the mic on this or the line. And then, yeah, but I don't know. So I don't know. It's weird, but I could see some people liking it, and I'm excited about the SE4100. Yeah, I'm excited about that one. I'm just literally talking about products that I've already talked about. I did get skins for the SM7B.
Oh, didn't even know there was such a thing.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah,
That's actually cool.
It's actually cool. So the only problem is that it doesn't, like, work perfectly. It doesn't fit. But I mean, like, if you have it like this, you're not going to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
nobody's going to show. Yeah.
But
and I mean, that is
weird.
aesthetics. So, and you can adjust the aesthetics.
So
kind of like I intentionally made sure the wooden bottom was sticking out below here, so it would be like somebody would question what that is.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's so cool. That's so pretty cool.
Yeah,
I
my
like
monitor turned off, but so I got like this reddish color, and then I got the white one. So
I like that.
Yeah, so I just bought them. I think that they're like $7-9 somewhere in there, so they're
not bad
cheap.
either.
Yeah, they're cheap. So but is there anything you're excited for to review?
I'm excited about this mic now because I'm actually kind of definitely with EQ and compression. I don't want to give too much away, but it's a little blanketed sounding, just a little bit. Yeah. In my opinion, maybe that's also my monitoring, just a little blanketed. Almost sounds like there's a little bit of a blanket over it. So it's almost a little bit too dark, but I'm encouraged by this weird thing. So I'm really excited to do a review about it, because the only review out there on this microphone, if you remember this guy, is yo, it's your boy, and I got your microphone, and I'm using compression and EQ on this microphone, never saying it's raw, because I never use a microphone raw, and I'm running like Forrest Gump while I'm doing a review, and this is what I look like when I review everything.
Oh, man.
Only review I've ever seen, and I know it's not accurate, because I don't know what it sounds like, because he's got it sounding perfect. He could throw, a BM800 on and EQ the shit out of it and be like, yo, BM800, and this is the sound you'll get. Like, if you throw every expensive plugin at the world at it, sure.
Yeah. Oh, my gosh, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan, but
I'm quite the opposite of a fan. I like, God, that's the most annoying shit ever. You never know what anything sounds like with that dude. Ever. Yeah. Everything's processed to high hell.
Yeah.
Just, no. I don't know. I don't think I have anything else. I've got lots of shit laying around that need reviews, but I mean, to say I'm excited about anything, I don't think so.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I'm always excited about some of the weird oddball mics that are laying around that I've forgotten about. Then when I discover them, I'll be like, oh, yeah, I'll do that today.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I don't, I definitely feel like I get the obscure stuff. Like, and the obscure ones reach out to me and ask me to check stuff out. And then, there's high-end stuff, but I'm so late to the Rode NT1 party that I feel kind of silly doing videos on them, which I will, because they're going to be like the baseline mics.
Yeah, well, and honestly, like, I don't think it really matters. Like, I really don't. Like, I don't think that, like, there are people that search for that microphone all the time, and like, there's a real shot that you will come up first or like up higher than an older mic, or like an older review. So
that's true. That is true. And I like, I'm excited to do them, especially with some of the information that I gained from the first person we talked about here, because, validated all my thoughts on how they sound different.
Yeah.
Not much, just
the
SIG series is more top indie than the 4th gen, and
yeah,
just it's closer to the NT1A in my opinion than it is the regular NT1, but it's not the NT1A. It's like a middle ground or something.
Yeah, I remember when I did my review for the 5th gen, and I think I had the COVID before, and so I was kind of like, I can't really judge it, but then when I did the signature series, I did the signature series of 5th gen and the 4th gen all in one, and I was like, definitively they sound different.
Yeah, and they're all close in a lot of ways, but it's the top end that makes the difference on, it's that little bit of extra modern. I guess you could say the signature series is a little more modern sounding. I am excited to do a microphone build with this $5 dual board that I got on AliExpress.
Nice.
Yeah, nice. I got this, and I got a capsule from AliExpress I've had for a while that was $15. So I am going to build a condenser, and I'm excited about doing that.
Nice. That's
just
cool.
To see what happens. Yeah. I haven't done one of those in a while, so I definitely could not make my own board and put all the components in. I mean, I could, but the time restraints would be. So buying a cheap $5 board and a $15 capsule, and, if you got a mic body laying around, like, what does $20 get you from AliExpress if you want to DIY a mic? So I'll find out.
Yeah, no, for sure. So the black RE20 is what I'm using. Mm-hmm. Tom Buck, send it over. Thank you, Tom.
Nice.
Yeah, super cool. And he knows I'm an RE20 fan. And I have the tan. What would you call it? It's like kind of has like a green tint to it. It's the RE20 original microphone.
I would call it the Desert Storm mic.
Yeah, that's a good description of it.
Yeah, looks like the uniforms from Desert Storm.
Yeah, but he sent this over, super cool, and thanks, Tom. And I was using the RE20 and the Connect 2, but it just quick reference to that. But what product are you using?
Well, I'm using the AG06 from Yamaha, and since I guess not that many people, they'll see this. This video is going to be soon, but this is the Saruni audio. Is that right?
Something like that.
Saruni. It's an Indian company, which is kind of exciting.
Yeah.
Like from India. Saruni audio. I almost sound like Donald Trump there. From India. It's from India. It's the Saruni audio MKS 14. Oh, special edition, it says below that. Oh, it's a special edition. It's a Woody.
Dang.
And actually, I'm much more impressed than I thought I would be. I was like, when you see a small diaphragm condenser, your head always goes to like, is this going to be Lewitt LCT 240 like, or CAD Equitech E40? I think the gold.
Yeah.
One of the new releases. Is it going to be solid like that, or is it going to be BM800-ish or cheap handheld condenser like with the small capsule? And I am kind of impressed at how not sizzly up top this is. Again, a little bit warm blankety.
Yeah.
But that compression and EQ, I think really, man, I think that sounds really good.
Yeah. No, I like it. Yeah.
I do too. A lot.
Yeah.
It's broadcasty.
Yeah. Yeah.
Coming up next on COC the Cock. 98.7 COCK the Cock.
The cock. Oh, man.
I had reverb on too. How did I do that?
Oh,
was that even working?
No, it was working. Yeah.
The reverb was?
Oh, no. No, I didn't hear the verb. No.
Wait, do I still have that pulled up? Hold on. I got to do this now. No, I don't want to cancel. Reverb?
No,
reverb?
Dude, I definitely didn't hear verb.
Sorry, I was going to do the whole pitch of like 98.7 COCK the Cock.
I like it. I like that.
Yeah, me too. All right, you can go to bed now or whatever you're going to do.
Yeah. But yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for letting us be inside of you
with our Woodies.
With our Woodies. Yeah.
Well, my Woody and your big black thing.
Yeah. Hey now.
Yeah, hey now.
Don't dream.
Good times.
Okay. See ya.
Peace out.